All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Let me just check if my mic is working fine. Can you folks hear me properly? Startup Sanatana is here. Hey, Startup Sanatana, welcome to the stream. Can you folks hear me properly? I just got a new mic stand, so and I literally just set it up before the stream, so just confirming if it's working perfectly fine. Give me a couple of minutes before we get started. Kevin Evans is here. Hey Kevin, welcome to the stream. Hey Dead Boy, welcome to the stream. Alright, everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope all of you are having a great week so far. Startup Sanatana asks, so I just got a new mic stand, and it looks really cool. And what it has done is, I'm not sure if I can show it to you folks because of the way my camera is set up and my entire setup is like, it's like if I touch anything, something is going to fall. But I've got like a good mic stand, and that just clears up my entire desk, which is really important because I really like my desk clean, and sometimes with time it just becomes a bit messy. So I just cleaned it up entirely, set it up all properly, and I've got a new mic stand, which is like this one from InnoGear. Pretty cool stuff. It allows me to keep the mic. We are turning professional here, folks. We are turning professional here, right? We've got like a full podcast kind of a mic setup. I think the only thing that's remaining for me is to grow a hipster beard and make a podcast and interview some guests. But in due time, that will happen too. But yes, welcome to the stream, everyone. I hope all of you are doing fine. How has everyone's week been so far? For me, the week has been kind of like slightly up and down. I started streaming this week, so that has been really good. Really excited to start streaming again, to talk to you folks again, coming online and coding every day. I mean, I love that stuff. Totally love it. Totally love it. But also, I kind of had to go and get a doctor checkup done because my allergies started to kind of act up because I did a lot of dusting, and it just started to flare up my allergies, and I was coughing a lot. So I had to go and get checked by the doctor. Everything is fine now. Just got a bit of medication. Just need to follow that, and I'm already feeling better. Just going to take it a bit easy before we kind of get into that. Now, what I want to talk about, you folks, is I want to check with you folks how many of you are aware of what's happening on Reddit. Are you folks aware of GME and GameStop? Are you folks aware of it? And if you are, well, what do you folks think about it? If you are not, just let me know. But I think by this point, it's been such an internet sensation that a lot of people are talking about it. It's the news everywhere. But for folks who are not in the know or haven't seen the news in a while, this is what is happening, right? And you can just go and read a lot of articles about it. But basically, what's happening is, it's really cool, whatever is happening. So what's basically happening is there is this hedge fund called as Melvin, and what Melvin's tried to do is they've tried to short the price of and I think just give me a second. I think I would actually have a very good Twitter thread on this, I guess. Let me see if I can find that one. Let me just take that up. Just give me a second. Let me show. I'll just show it to you. I mean, I think I need to show you the tweet thread. So yeah, there you go. I got this tweet thread, and if you want to understand what's going on, there is this really concise tweet thread that explains what's going on. But basically, what's happening is, so there's this guy on Reddit. His name is Deep Fucking Value. What this guy did is just bought $50,000 of options in GameStop, right? Now, GameStop is like literally a small, it's like a dime business, um, right? It's basically a store where they sell games, I guess. So it's almost like a dealership that's kind of going to shut down. So one fund in particular, which is Melvin Capital Management, what they've done is they've been setting up a big short position in GameStop, which is basically they are betting that GameStop is going to go down, right? And they had like a 55 million plus short. Now, what actually happened is Redditors saw this, and there's like a subreddit called as Wall Street Bets. And what Wall Street Bets has started to do is there's been almost, I think they've kind of, they are now 2.5 million plus members. And what they have actually done is that they have actually started to buy the shares. So the borrowed shares, so what's happened is because Melvin has like borrowed these shares, now the borrowed shares were due, but the Redditors, they refused to sell, demanding higher and higher prices. And now the stock went from $17 to $148, and I think right now it's at what, $347, which is like crazy. It's crazy. And it's just, if you are on Reddit, go to reddit.com/r/Wall Street Bets. It's a pure riot there. It's it's just fun to see what's happening, and it's almost like an Occupy Wall Street movement, but something that's happening online, I guess. And it's almost like an activism at this point, right? And lots of people fighting in to buy, GME at all. And yeah, I'd like to know what you folks think about it. Have you folks bought something on GameStop? Kevin Evans, I'm sure you might have been able to buy something on, because you are a US citizen. Have you bought some GameStop options? That's what I've been asking my friends. And unfortunately, because I'm an Indian citizen, I think without any fair, if I have to buy a foreign stock, I have to spend a good deal of time and tax. It's just not friendly to invest in foreign stocks. It is possible, but it's not as friendly as investing in Indian stocks. But all of this is really really interesting and fascinating to see in a way, right? It's like a revolution being played in front of our eyes. I am not sure if I did a good job at explaining what is happening, and that's because I'm kind of still in awe of what's happening here. But if you want to kind of want to know more about it, my friend Sohan Maheshwar, I've kind of provided the links in my suggested streamer. Go search for Sohan Maheshwar. He runs this show called as, I think it's called The Week in Tech or something like that. Go and follow him on Twitch, and he's going to cover it in his next stream. And he does a really good analysis, and I look forward to that. Yes, Kevin used to live at GameStop. Was the perfect place to trade in games or DVDs for cash or store credit. Oh, that's interesting. So are these like board games, or it's like even PC games, or even PlayStation games, Kevin? What kind of games are they? Let me just dim the lights. Yeah, but when streaming and digital purchases became popular, I haven't had a reason to stop it. Interesting. Yeah, so all of this is really fascinating to me. I mean, if and when I have kids, I'm going to tell them about the time I almost bought shares because of memes. Oh, they have Funko Pops and trading cards as well. I can see why you like that, Kevin Evans. Startup Sanatana says it's echoing. Okay, let's fix that. I'm not sure what we could do to fix that. Okay, is this echoing now, folks? I'd like to do a mic check. If you folks can help me out with it. Is the echo feedback better now? Like, is there no echo now? I'm not sure if it's a background environment. That's an interesting thing. Okay, let's see. Does that take out the echo? You know what? Let me just try this one trick. I just opened up the back door, just giving it a bit of space. So, not sure if it reduces the echo, but if it does not, let me just come back. Yeah, it's more like I'm in an empty room, but what do you folks think of it? I'm just back to normal. Is this slightly better? Or is it, how annoying is it? On a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying would you say the echo is? Kevin Evans definitely got kicked out of house for being at GameStop. Oh, it's better now. Thank you. Okay, so that's about GameStop. I think it's really interesting what's playing out, and I'm in it for the memes. I'm in for the memes and the shit posts. That's what I'm in here for. But anyways, let's get started with our work. We've got some work to do. Let's get started. I think. Startup Sanatara says exploring professional microphone and in the process of compare and contrast on Boya, Mono, Shure or Rode. Yeah, I have a Blue Yeti. I have heard good things about Rode, Startup Sanatana, but I'm just happy with Yeti. There will be a bit of background noise and you folks will have to excuse me for that. Alright, so let's get started. I think we need to open up developer.amazon.com. And by the way, I've also got like this Bluetooth adapter, which means I kind of can get back to using my Magic Keyboard. And the good thing about that is if I can use Magic Keyboard, there are no more wires on the table, and I like it when you don't have wires. And I really wish we could power all our devices with no wires at all. Like there should be no wires at all. Like for nothing. I don't know how, but anyone who can figure that out and the science behind it in a beautiful manner. I'm not even talking about wireless charging because even that requires wire at the end of the day. But yeah, anyone who can figure out the logistics of wireless charging without any wires at all, or wireless power in general, I'm just ready to shout, take my money and throw all my money at them. Maybe the Reddit folks are really messing up with my microphone, but I guess not anymore. Alright, let's get started. I think we need to get started. Okay, so yesterday, no, not yesterday, day before yesterday, we started working with our idea, and Auctionbox gave a really good idea, which is basically what the skill basically does is that every week there is a theme, and every day you can guess the theme as well as the question that is answered that day ask that thing. So basically we are building a skill called as Wordcatcher, and I'm not sure if you folks can hear that, but that is a motorcycle. I live pretty close. I live pretty close to the main road here, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure you folks may be able to hear that. I'm pretty sure the motorcycle that they are riding is something called as what's it called? Royal Enfield. I'm not sure if folks from the US know about Royal Enfield, but Royal Enfield is like this. Let me show you folks. Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield is like this. Yeah, I think Royal Enfield. Where is Royal Enfield from? I'm not sure where Royal Enfield is from. So set up in Redditch. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's not an Indian company, yeah. And Royal Enfield has these bikes, like this one, right? It's something that looks like this, and they just make the noise as they kind of drive around on these main roads. Irritates me to the core. Irritates me to the core. You should never have a vehicle that makes that much noise. Why do you need a vehicle that makes that much noise? It's just a vehicle. The primary purpose of a vehicle is supposed to get you from point A to point B, and that's all it should do. It should not make noise, right? Anyways, Disney was exploring with the idea of creating rooms that would charge people's phones wirelessly. I like that idea. Alright, so back to the idea. So Oxygen Box had this kind of an idea, and I think I'm going to stick to that, which is basically every day there's going to be a word, and you have to guess the word, but you also have to guess the weekly puzzles clue as well. That's what you need. Alright. Royal Enfield is literally called Yama Vahana. Yama, for those who don't know, is the Indian god of death. And yeah, like Startup Sanatana says, Royal Enfield is literally called the vehicle for the god of death. I know, but yes, that vehicle does irritate me to the core. Anyways, so let's see what do we do next. I think at this point there's not really much except that we start building the skill. I think we've gotten like a blueprint about what we need to make. I guess I'm just going to jump in and start making the skill. And like I said, if it was not a personal project and it was a client project, or a project at work, I would be spending like a lot of time making the situational designs and all. But my goal for this project is to learn a couple of things, and I've noted it down. I want to learn about leaderboards, the gameplay mechanics, and I definitely want to publish this skill. So yeah, that's my idea, and that's why, in the interest of all that, we're going to start developing it. Right, we'll figure out things as we kind of get into building all of those things. All right, let's get started. So what do we get started with? Okay, so let's start with building the first time user experience, and let's go to skill package, interaction model. Let's just copy this, Control A, Control C, Control N, Control V, Control S. That would be ENIN.json, and yeah, there we go. Now let's go here. Let's call this as Wordcatcher. That's going to be the name of our skill, and let's see. Wordcatcher. Wordcatcher. And so we've got a skill called as Wordcatcher. We've changed the intent invocation name. What else do we need to do? Yeah, I think we are going to just change the prompt here. We're going to call this prompt as excuse me. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go ahead and deploy this because it's been a while since I personally deployed a skill. I'm just going to ask deploy and see what's going to happen. Yeah, Startup Sanasana says the room is full of corona. I hope not, Startup Sanasana. I do have a cold, but it's not really that bad. There we go. I think it's uploading the entire skill. In the meanwhile, I believe what we should do, and yeah, play an intro music. So this is going to be the first time user experience, right? So a couple of things. Let's talk about this architecture decisions as well. Architecture decisions, right? So I need to save questions. I'm going to have like a lot of questions. So what I'm going to do is for questions, I'm going to put it in a JSON file in my Lambda function. It's not something that I'm going to call from my DynamoDB. I'm going to put all the questions in a JSON file that I'm going to access through the Lambda package. And the reason why I'm kind of going with that is because the questions are something that are going to be frequently accessed and they are not user specific per se. So yeah, they are not going to be user specific per se. And what I'm planning to do is have the questions in the JSON, because then there would not be that much load on the database, and the only time we call the database is to load a user's profile, right? Which we will at some point put it from the which we will pull from the database. So what I'm going to do is the user preferences, right? So the user preferences, users ranking, what else? Users correct answers and history, all of them will be stored in a DynamoDB table. That's the idea basically. So yeah, that's the decision that I'm taking up, and I like that idea of Symbox. I'm not sure how many of you folks would want to do that, but I think as we go to that level where I need content creation, I definitely open it up so everyone can help it out, because there's no way I'm going to be able to come up with all that content at all. I think what I would kind of do is at launch just have it for like the next 4 weeks, and then come up with ideas in the subsequent weeks, and then subsequently deploy it and update the questions. That's what we are going to do. Alright, so the code has been deployed. Let's open it up. And I'm super enthusiastic about publishing this. I really need to publish this. I need to publish this, and I'm going to publish this. And yeah. Alright, let's go to test and let's see if that works. Do we have that extension? Yeah, it's a simulator enhancer. Okay, there we go. Oh, then for some reason, oh, you know why? I know why. I did not add in the locales. Let's add that quickly. Whoops. So I'm still getting used to the magic keyboard being connected to the Windows machine. I keep pressing the command key instead of the control key. I think there should be some way to fix that, right? Wordcatcher. Save that later on. There we go. Oh, is your medical student trivia skill live, Kevin Evans? Is there some place we could check it? Feel free to drop that link in the chat. All right. So I think let's let that deploy. I'm pretty sure that's going to work. So I think what we need to do now is, you know what? Let's create a file for prompts, because I think we need a file for prompts, and I think that needs to be a part of Sanity as we kind of grow this skill, hopefully. What I'm going to do here is github.com/Alexa. I'm going to refer to some code here. I think it's the Node.js. I've in fact written this code, some part of this code, and every time I've seen this code so many times, but every time I keep coming back to, referring the code, because I can't remember. I can't seem to remember code at all. Okay, so I think what I'm planning to do now is do i18n package install. Let's go into Lambda. Right, npm install i18n. Is that how we type it? i18 next. Yeah, let's npm install it. Yep, there we go. We've got i18 next here. Then yep. I tell people that I build software, but what I really do is spend a lot of time just copy pasting code and hoping it works. And that's where my imposter syndrome comes from. I'm such an imposter, I don't even feel worthy of having imposter syndrome. Alright, require ID next. Okay, we've done a require, and I think the next thing that we need to do is we've got this file. So what we are going to do here is let's go inside the Lambda function. I think inside Lambda itself, let's create a new file. We're going to call it strings.js. And within strings.js, what we are planning to do is yeah, I think we need this localization interceptor as well, because this localization interceptor does all the heavy lifting of just intercepting the request, finding out the locale, and getting the right error message, not right message from the right locale. Basically, interceptors usually go in here. You can keep it at the bottom. Put in a comment here which says code for interceptors, right? So there's a very simple interceptor there, and what it does basically is it just gets the locale from the request and initializes IT next and gets the arguments. Alright, so it looks like we've sorted that out. Now, I think what we need to do here is, let's just go quickly. What I'm planning to do here is, I think let's take this, which is basically paste. Right, so this is my EN data array, and what do we call our skill name? Wordcatcher. Right, so Wordcatcher, and let's just remove all the facts from here. Alright, startup Sanatana. Skill name is Wordcatcher. I'm going to be a bit slow today, folks. I'm just taking it a bit slow because, like I said, I just got like a really bad case of allergies, and I'm not super into today because I do not want it to flare up. So I'm just taking it a bit chill today. Okay, so EN data is Wordcatcher. What else do we need from here? Somewhere down there is like this code which kind of connects all of them, which is like this one, right? And I believe we can just put it in here. Right, and what we need to do here basically is just remove all of this data. We don't need all of this. We basically want to tell that, hey, if it's for the timing, because we just only have EN, we're just putting in EN data here. So we are saying that, hey, if the locale is in English, we'll just call the EN data array, right? And then it will just pick up the name from here. But tomorrow, if I add Hindi in here, what Hindi will do is basically, what Hindi will do, I want Hindi to be picked up from this, from a different array, and that's what we are attempting here. Alright, so now in index, I think once we've done this, is that all we need to do? Yep, I think so. Or do we need to do anything else? Nope. Yeah, let's just add the request interceptors. A lot of my code is going to be copy paste in the initial stages. Then we will get to the real stuff, which is basically making sure that everything works properly. Now, speak output is equal to, what I'm planning to do here is, let's come in here. I think what I need to do is, yep, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I need to define the request attributes, and request attributes is handle input.attributes manager.get request attributes, and then what I'm going to do is speak outputs is equal to request attributes dot t, and this dot t is basically the localization function playing at this point. So from here, I'm going to go and add welcome underscore message, which says welcome to Let's see if this works. Skill underscore name, right? I'm not sure. Yeah. Then I'm going to come here. I'm going to say welcome underscore message, and I'm going to cut all of this and paste it here. There you go. Oops. Where does the home key come from? From the magic keyboard. Do I need to put like function? No. Command? No. Oops. I'm sorry folks, I'm still struggling with this keyboard. Maybe it was not. I think we'll just... What is the home button? Is it Alt? No. Do I have to do a control? No. Do I have to do a shift? No. How? What did I do? Okay. Wow. I think I'll figure that out later. Anyways. I'm sorry, folks. I think I need to close the door because that cold is just getting to me. There we go. All right. So there you go. We say request attributes .t welcome message. You know what? This is not going to work because the welcome message is in here. So I need to do a bit of exports magic here, and so I think I've done this so many times. I think I've done it in another folder. Let me just pull that up for reference. It just makes sense for me to just copy paste code rather than just go back and... Did we do it in main color skill? Okay. Skill? No. Okay, let's check. I have to go to workspace. Yep, we did. Yeah, so this is what we did, right? Yeah. Yep, this is what I was looking for. There you go. Yeah, you know, this is even better. Let's just copy this as is. Don't want to be doing the same things again and again. And I definitely don't want Hindi for the time being. We'll figure out Hindi as it is, as in when it comes. Let's remove that. Yeah, we could have just used the code. We've done this before. Skill name is Wordcatcher. Hey Gojulu, yes, I was planning to not stream, but then I did not expect Jeff's talk to end like in 20-25 minutes. I kind of thought that it would take less than that much time. I mean, it would take more time, and that's why I kind of cancelled. But then we wrapped it up all in 45 minutes, and we're good to go. Goljulu, yes, I know there is echo. I need to figure that out. I've just got a new boom mic stand, and not sure what will actually solve the echo issues here. But I just tried opening that door that you see behind me, but if I open it, it's just getting a bit super cold, and I'm just not feeling super well to kind of keep the door open. I definitely don't want to catch a cold. I'm actually trying. I just went to the doctor. Doctor's given me some medicine to beat my allergies. Nothing serious, and I don't want it to get serious. That's why I'm taking it a bit easy. But yes, we'll figure out the echo stuff soon. Gulzulu in subsequent streams. Okay, so we have welcome message. Welcome to plus skill underscore name. I'm hoping that works, right? So that is language strings.js module.exports is equal to this. Yep, looks good. Is that WAT? Yes, it is WAT, and no, I'm not in a Mac Gulzulu. It's a streaming PC. I think I need to get the streaming PC links. I think I made a PC part picker link, but I'll need to put that out in the description somewhere soon. I keep getting this question quite often. Sorry. Now, let's just come back here, and then let's do language strings is equal to require strings, right? And then once we do that, is language strings a part of Hey Gulzulu, do you know about what's happening with GameStop? We were talking about GameStop when the stream started. I think we'll just copy the localization request interceptor as well. Did you invest in GameStop, Gulzulu? Did anyone invest in GameStop? I'm just curious to know if you folks have invested in GameStop. Oh, you should read about GameStop, Gulzulu, and put your money in there. Definitely, you should do that. Yeah. So basically, I think I'm not sure if I have the link now, but I kind of lost that link. But basically, GameStop, a bunch of Redditors, not a bunch of Redditors, more than a bunch of Redditors, like a huge number of Redditors, are buying up oh, you've got Virgin Galactic stock. Oh, that's nice. So basically, a lot of Redditors have kind of started buying up shares of this company called as GameStop, to mess around with this one hedge fund which had a huge short position on this GameStop company, right? They had a huge short position on them, something like $55 million or something. And what the folks at Reddit did was they started buying more and more GameStop shares so that so that Melvin doesn't get to buy back their shares, and thereby rising the price up from, I think it was $17 before the week started, and it is at $340 today. Yep, that's the case. Really interesting. Do look up Gulzulu. Really interesting what's happening there. Anyways, I think There we go. I think we've added the localization request interceptor. Let's add it here. It sounds like Bitcoin. Yes, it's at this point. I think GameStop's become like a digital asset that everyone should have. So it's pretty much that at this point. But do check it out, and it's a fascinating story though, and I definitely find it interesting for sure. Anyways, I think I should take a break because it's been a while. I think I should take a break. My cough is not doing anything better, so I'll just call it a day today. But yeah, we did a bit of coding. We just started with our code, so I think we'll continue that. And I just wanted to just get onto the stream so that I at least, have the consistency. So I really wanted to do that, and that's why I got onto the stream. But yes, didn't do as much, but today was a chill stream anyways, so that's perfectly fine. Some of the cheat days are allowed. I hope you folks enjoyed joining me today. Anyways, I think Jeff is here, so let's go and rate Jeff. And thank you folks for joining. And I know today was a slow day, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Now let's go in and raid Jeff Blankenberg. Alright, thanks folks, and see you all soon.